Hey guys, I have been not making any videos and I am sorry about that. I have been preoccupied digging these stumps out of the ground with my favorite tool on Tool Tuesday. I've had a track hoe and a bulldozer, it's over there next to the garden, at my disposal, and it has been taking up some of my time that I usually use making videos. But I know you came here for solutions, not excuses. I'm going to get to that. But first, well, today is Tool Tuesday. I'm going to show you one of my favorite welding tools that's on my truck right now. But first, I want to get to some questions and some people that have reached out to me. I talked to one subscriber on the phone and another guy through Messenger. If you all are wanting to make contact, go to Facebook. That's probably the easiest way. I'm not there much. I'm not a big social media guy. The best place is probably in the comments on YouTube. I try to get to every one of them. So that's the best place to get a hold of me. But he somehow or another figured out my Facebook and got me on Messenger and told me he was 48 years old and he is starting welding school. And we'd talked a little bit just through there. And I want to jump on here and answer some of his questions because that's really cool. Because I know a guy that started welding when he was 50, rig welding. He was a butcher, slick too. He's a good welder, Slick Rick, good friend of mine. So he said, "What is your opinion on a college course versus a trade program versus OJT?" I'm assuming that means on-the-job training. So, okay, everybody that's watching me right now, college wasn't for me, okay? As far as memorizing the right answer and writing books and stuff like that, that's just not my thing. I'm a hands-on kind of guy, and I'm good at everything else but that, pretty much. On-the-job training, oh, and by the way, college is pretty much a ripoff. You can take one professor, and he can teach 1 million people on YouTube for free. Tell me I'm wrong. That's the way it is. We live in a different age now. Anyway, so I'm not going to talk about college too much because I only made it in there 3 days. Now, trade school, like a vocational college, that saved me. That saved my butt. Half a day at high school and half a day in welding school, that was, graduated on the honor roll. It went good for me. And that also lopped off. So if you're past school and you're already working, you can take a night class. You can work your job and go take a night class. Go take a pipe welding night class. And you think, well, I won't be able to make it. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. You're not there for the grade. You're not there for the piece of paper, okay? You're not, that certificate that you get at the end of the course means little. I'm serious. I've never used it. I couldn't even find it. I don't even know where it is. My welding teacher told me to ball it up and wipe my ass with it because he knew I'd never need it. And he was right. You got to take a welding test, a physical welding test, and they're going to rip it apart and look at it. Every job you ever go to. So don't worry about the piece of paper. You use that class for what you need to use it for. And just any of them, it doesn't really matter if they've got a good welding machine and good welding rods and a good instructor or a decent instructor, or just go there and I'll answer your questions. I don't know. The point is, go somewhere where you can get to weld. That's the problem with on-the-job training, because I have helpers come out with me and they think, okay, I want to be a welder, I'm going to work with Chris in the natural gas field. Well, we don't have time to let you weld anymore. When I'm there, I'm making a lot of money and they're paying me to weld. I need to be welding. We used to let our helpers weld all the time on, pull heads and just guardrails and stuff like that. And they don't even want them to do that now, which sucks. I think it's stupid. You got to start from somewhere, but we have to do what they want. It's their playground. We're just playing in it, okay? So on-the-job training is kind of tough. To really get some time. Now you can weld on breaks and lunch times and stuff like that, but it's probably the best place to learn. So do both. Go to welding school and get a job welding. I mean, the harder you run at this thing, the better off you're going to be. You know, if you're cleaning the porta-johns, clean them good, you'll move up. Run it everything like a bull. I regret everything I've done halfway. Every single thing. So, you know, whatever you're going to do it. Doesn't have to be welding, be whatever you want. Now, I just want to encourage Todd. Good job, man. Hope I'm not swinging y'all around on this selfie stick. Let me shorten it up a little bit. All right, that's better. Then there's one other guy. His name's Lucas. He's 22. He owns his own welding shop. He's buying gold and silver. We sell gold and silver, me and my wife. It'd be anybody's price. The richest people in the world are hedging their wealth in gold and silver. So congratulations, congratulations, Lucas. You're doing what the elite are doing. You're hedging your wealth with gold and silver, and I think it is so cool. So anyway, Lucas is 22. He's got his own welding shop. He's making like $100 an hour in his welding shop. It's killing it. And he wanted to get into rental property, so I gave him some homework to do. You know, your financial statement, go ahead and get that going. See what your net worth is. If you figure this stuff out when you're young, you will be mucho wealthy when you're my age. I'm telling you, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm making this video, to try to encourage you guys to be more than you ever dreamed of. You can do it. You don't have to have a college degree. Those bozos just are good at memorizing the right answer. You can do whatever you want. You don't even have to be a welder. But if you figure out how money works, you can make it work for you. And then when it's August and it's so hot outside it feels like ants are biting you, you won't have to do that anymore. You can just sit at home and watch money come in because your rent houses pay you. It's really neat, and I hope y'all get to experience it one day. Now, with all that being said, let's get to Tool Tuesday. The reason all this equipment's here is because I'm building a big pond. Okay. Bam! It's called an ultra clamp. And this will get you out of a bind, especially when you're doing tie-ins on some small pipe. We pretty much only work in small pipe, doing these little hookups that's small inch pipe. This goes from 2-inch to 6-inch. And you put it on the pipe. On one side will hang here, and the other side, it could be a fitting or whatever, will sit in here, and you see it's cut out. So you got some room to scoot these around. You can push, you know, a lot of times that pipe, the pipe is coming out of the ditch crooked or whatever, and it's really in a bind. You can stick that thing on there and get it close, and then you can take those screws and bear down and really fit it in there. And if it's jammed up on the bottom, you can really manipulate it with this thing. But remember that it's an ultra clamp, and if you've got a welding truck and you're doing pipe and tie-ins and stuff like that, it is almost a must. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a must. I don't use it very often because I don't do tie-ins much anymore, but when you need it, like nothing else will do, you know? So, guys, have an awesome day. I will see you in the next one. Later.